can't believe I have made everything that is sat on that plate. I'm very proud of that. Look how big they are. Do some cooking with me. So today I'm very excited. I've got my homemade bread rolls. They're in the airing cupboard, proving as we speak. Made my dough for me bread. I'm going to cover it up, get it in the airing cupboard, then hopefully we rise. I wonder how big it's going to rise. I get very excited. So that is how big it is in the bowl, so you can see it now. Oh, and my little foot. I've got some steak. I'm going to get out my new little gadget, as I like to call it, my little Opti grill thingy. I've got some steak. I'm going to do homemade potato salad. That's what the potatoes are for. My first ever attempt at garlic breaded mushrooms. I'm very excited. And courgettes and onions, but I'll get to that later on. So I'm going for new baby potatoes. I've got some water boiling in my nice new pot. Do you want to see? It's brilliant, it is. It's got two handles, easier for me because I am a nightmare, so it's easier so I don't launch it. And there's little pourer bits, can you see, on either end. So when I'm pouring, it's easier for me as well because there's a little spout. I don't wear it, it's brilliant. And it's got a lid. When a pot's got a lid, I get more excited. I don't know. Random chunks for the potato salad. I'm going to boil them until they're soft, but I don't want them falling apart. I'm going to boil them in salted water. Got me potatoes in the pot. It was a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. But I'm going to stick the lid on and let them boil away. You don't want them falling apart. If not, you've had it, to be honest. I've got courgettes. One's already been chopped off either end and cut them into about that sort of thickness. It hasn't got to be perfect because it's homemade, so it's brilliant anyway. I've cleared the area, you can't quite see it, but I've cleared it. I'm getting my grill out, I'm very excited. So we've got some peeled potatoes, a bowl of cold water. I'm going to chop my chips into chip shapes. I'm going to chop them into chips. I'm going to let these soak for a bit. These are going to have quite a long time soaking because I'm waiting for I'm on the first stage of my bread. So they're going to have a nice long wash, you know, so they don't stink. Anyway, now we've got the gadget. This thing, I absolutely love it. So I'm going to turn it on. It says hello, and at the end it says goodbye and enjoy your food, and I think that is brilliant. So because we're going for courgettes, we're going to go for so there's burger, sausage, panini. I've done paninis in it, love it. Fish, chicken breast, seafood, bacon, potato, pepper, aubergine and tomato. So in my mind, aubergine, courgette along the same sort of lines. So I'm going to go for that. Then it's preheating. Let me show you. It's a very clever machine. So it says wait and preheat, and it goes like all the way around when it's doing its thing, and then it's very good. Very pleased with it. I'm going to jab me potato. Can you see? Sorry if my lump of head gets in the way. To see if they're getting anywhere near. Oh, not far. They're still a bit hard, but they're nearly done. But they are soft. So preheated. It says insert your food. So I've oiled it up exactly how the instruction says. And then that is really hot. I'm just going to stick on as many courgettes as I can fit on. I need to get my drip tray. I've left him behind. If by magic luck. Oopers! I've never grilled a courgette, so I'm very excited. Normally I fry them. And as much as I love that, I don't like it sometimes when food is like dripping in grease. So with the grill, I love it. I did grilled chicken on it as well. He didn't want to be grilled today. It was so nice because it made a difference. And next time when I do the chicken, I'm going to season it up to see what else I can make. And then it calculates the thickness. Very clever this. It's 5 minutes for that thickness of how I chopped it. Now I'm back over here. So I've got some onions and I was having a debate. Do I want white onions or purple onions? Red onions, but I call them purple. I'm going to start off with 2, I think. You can always have more, in my opinion, because why have less when you could have more, do you know what I mean? I'm going to cut off either end and just get rid of the peely bit. We're just about to finish cooking. Listen to the noise. What a tune. Right, so these are now grilled. It says remove your food, press OK, and then look at them. Don't they look good? So I'm going to take them out, and I've put a tray just here with some greaseproof on so that I can put them on, so later on I can put them in the oven to keep them warm. And then I've oiled up and salt and peppered up all of these. I'm going to continue doing that until I've used all of these, so they're all grilled. Potatoes are all soft and I'm going to just drain them in the holy thing so they can start cooling down. I ended up doing 3 because I decided I was being a bit tight and I don't like being tight. So cut it in half that way and then just into rounds. It doesn't matter how thick. You want it like a decent size, but again, it's homemade, it doesn't matter. And then with your potatoes, I've drained them in the holy thing and I also ran some cold water over them so it stops them from continuing cooking. So that should help them from not disintegrating, hopefully. Then I've got my little saute pan. That thing is well handy. Didn't realise how much you would use something until you've got it. Things are going straight in. Then I have some fresh garlic, so I want them like garlicky onions. So I'm going to take off the outer edge. I'll probably do 2 or 3 cloves because they're quite small. They are quite small, to be fair. Dollop of me buttery stuff. The onions are making me cry because they're just really strong. I went for that many, so I've got my garlic crusher. The first time, well, I'm still fascinated every time I use it, but it really fascinated me how it did it. And then I'm just going to crush that straight into the onions, and then we're going to go over there and stick it on and slowly start softening. And I need to go and get my bread in a minute, and I need to shape it into the shapes that I'm after. Oh, wobbling. Now I've got my pot on the heat. I'm going to sprinkle on a bit of salt and pepper. Now I don't want this fried, I just want it softened because I'm very excited, to be honest with you. And I'm going to go and get my bread now and see how much we've risen. I'm hoping we've like doubled or maybe even more than doubled. Last time I did it, I was speechless, to be honest. I've just gone and got my bread. Look how much it's risen. Isn't that brilliant? Right, so now the best bit, jab it like that. Then I'm just going to fold it in, then I'm going to get it into the shapes that I'm after. Look at that for a bit of bread. Like, I'm not even a baker, I'm not a chef, and look at how good it comes out. I'm very, very proud of that. Right, and a bit of balancing skills here. Right, and now I need to cut it into my shape. I've cut it, and now what I do is I roll it, so I've got a bit of like movement to it, then roll it in the shape that I've done one, and I'm going to very carefully plonk him on the tray. I've done these, now I'm going to get these back up to prove again, and hopefully they'll be like big. The onions are softening really nicely. Look at them. This pot, I absolutely love it. And then me courgettes. It looks good. I'm very proud of them. So I've just added more butter. I wasn't satisfied on the butter front. And now we're going to start doing the steak on here. So I'm going to stick it on. Says hello. I know I get so excited about that every time. Right, beef. So we're going to go for OK. And then it says preheating, insert it. So I've got my steak and it's been chopped up into slices. I don't know what cut of steak this is, but all I know is that it's steak. And I've also oiled up my machine. Stick it down. It's calculating the thickness. I'm still going to get excited about this each and every time. So for blue, it's that long. Then I've got rare, medium, well done. I'm going to go for well done because I like medium to well. Sometimes I like it medium, sometimes I like it well done. Today, I feel the need to have it well done. I'm going to do garlic and herb breaded mushrooms. So this is mild and versatile. That's cooked to rare now, so each time it gets to the stage, it'll do that little beep, so you know what it's on, and I find that very fascinating. Oh, escapee, he's not getting far. We're going to peel the mushrooms to get rid of that outer skin, just so it's not there, because I've always peeled it, haven't we? Yeah. I don't even know if you can eat it, so be on the safe side. Right. That tune still amuses me. So this is well done. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? So look at that. That looks really good to me. Then all the juices, it fell right in the juice. Brilliant. I'm going to try my first bit of steak with you out of the grill. So I'm very excited. It feels soft. Considering it's well done, it is still really like soft. It's still like, it's not dry. Like sometimes it can dry it out, can't it? So we're going to close it up, and this time, it's calculating. Can you see? There you go. So blue, I'm going to go, not rare, I'm going to have a go at medium, just to see what it's like, because I'm intrigued. And I need to get with my mushrooms, because I'm too busy talking. So we're on to the breadcrumbs. Oh, nearly. We tried. I thought was there. Mum's been on, oh, my shoe's now stuck. Crack the egg because I can't do it, and I thought I would just whack everything else in the process. I'm going to whisk that really, really fast. The meat is nearly done, 20 seconds. Let me take you over to see, because I've done it medium. I really like that tune. So that is what medium is. To me, it looks a lot more juicier. So I'm just going to have a look at it and see how I feel. So to me, that just looks a bit more. You see, it doesn't look as dry, does it? To me, that's better. That. Mum whisked the egg because it would have been a struggle if I did it, wouldn't it? To be honest.
Yeah.
The cheek. I've got some plain flour I'm sticking in this bowl. I wanted breadcrumbs, so I've gone for these. These are plain breadcrumbs. I was having a full-on debate in the shop. That's all I ever do. Do I want panko? Do I want plain? Do I want golden? I thought, I don't know. Then I thought, plain. So then, because I'm obviously going to season them up, I thought I'll jazz them up myself. So I'm going to go for that much. Into all of these, I'm going to put in some garlic granules, some mixed herbs. I've got a sad amount left and a few of them. So I'm going to sprinkle some into all of them. I've seasoned the flour and the breadcrumbs with garlic, herb, salt and pepper. So it's all seasoned up, so it's all flavoured. I'm going to start off with a mushroom. It's going to go straight in the egg, can you see? I just want to make sure that is completely coated. I'm going to try my best to keep one hand dry and one hand wet. I'm going to keep the left hand wet because I'm right-handed, because I need to manoeuvre my right hand more. I'm going to completely, have I done that right? Egg, flour,
Yeah.
egg, breadcrumb, there we go. And then I'm going to egg it again. And then into the breadcrumb. I'm going to cook these in the oven. You could cook them in the air fryer or you could fry them. But I'm going to go for oven today. And I think, do you reckon, Mum, another coating?
Can do, yeah.
I reckon another coating. Might need to get you on the egg front again, because I don't think.
Another egg.
I think so, if you wouldn't mind.
But you
Right.
just put it straight onto there.
That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get that on the tray, and I'm going to carry on doing that with all of them. Is me breaded mushrooms all done. Quite chuffed with them actually. So in a minute I'm going to get them in the oven so they can start cooking, but it's too early yet. Look how big they are. They're absolutely massive. That's my hand compared to the size of them. They are beasts. So I'm going to do my little line things that I like to do. Point your knife and just go like that. It hasn't got to be perfect. And then I'm going to get them in the oven to start cooking. And I've also started cooking the chips in small batches. Look at that bit of hair. Look at that. That's like an antenna gone wrong, isn't it? It's like it wanted to be up, but it just thought, you know what? Not today. Should have seen it. You'd laughed at me. Put the onions back on for them to start warming through. Oh, I really love this pan. Now I'm at a completely different angle. This is normally where I sit and eat my cereal. I've got some baby cherry little tomatoes. Not one but two, just in case. I might run out. So I'm going to grill these as well. Don't know if that's picked up any of the sound. Cut them in half very carefully, if my knife will do it. Then we're going to go over there to me grill and grill them off. And I'm going to stick the courgettes into the oven so they can start warming them back through. And I've chopped up my tomatoes, my little third arm, my bottles there. I'm going to stick the grill on. I'm going to go along and find tomatoes. There is tomatoes on there, I know I seen it. I know I did. But bacon would be good on it. Tomato. Then I'm going to press OK. Then it's going to preheat. Telling me to insert me tomatoes. I've squidged in some oil and I've also squidged on oil on the tomatoes. And I think you're going to slide. I'm going to have to put you that way so you don't slide. I'm going to close them up. It's calculating the thickness. Now I'm on doing this. So I've got an onion which has been diced quite small. As small as we can because our knives have had better days. Me chives. I've gone for dried chives because it's easier because then I can make it whenever I fancy making it. I'm going to add it in, then I'm going to give it a mix and taste it, and if it needs any more, I'll add it in. Then a bit of salt, a bit of pepper, my favourite mayonnaise, a decent squidge, so it's like nicely coated. This is me potato salad all up close. Me grilled tomatoes are all grilled. I'm just going to hook them out and stick them on a plate. Look how good they look. These are my garlic mushrooms.
All up close.
Look how big my rolls are. I think they're brilliant. Dish up some dinner with me. So I've done a cook dinner with me video over on my YouTube. I've done loads. I'm very proud of myself. So I'm going to go for the biggest roll I've done. I'm going to stick that on my plate. Right, I've got my bread bun. It's absolutely massive. I absolutely love making bread at the minute. Look at that compared to my head. Massive. Right, I'm going to very carefully cut this in half. I have been gnawing on this steak for a little while, just can't help myself, you see. I'm so proud of it. I'm going to stick in a bit of butter. The only thing that would have made this better if I had homemade butter, but I potentially ate it all and I really need to get some more cream just to have homemade bread and butter, because I really like doing that. If you can get the butter out, I really should get like a normal knife, but that would make too much sense. I've been having a whale of a time. I absolutely love cooking. If there's any cooking ideas you want me to have a go in or suggestions, please do let me know. I'm up for having a go at literally anything. I absolutely love it. And then, look at that. I've done some courgettes. I did them on my Opti grill. I absolutely love that. They look a bit well done because I had to keep them in the oven to keep them warm. And I kept them in for a little bit too long. Purely my fault, but that grill, it is so good. I've even cooked the steak on it. Brilliant. I love courgette. I like that grill because it's not all fried, and I'm not keen on food sometimes. I do like me grease, don't get me wrong, but sometimes, you know, when it's dripping, sometimes that's not a bit of me. Then in my little saute pan, I love this pan. I've always wanted one, and I've got one, and I'm in my element. Oh, that's very, very hot. I've fried some onions with some garlic, fresh garlic cloves, a lot of butter, like a lot of butter, and some salt and pepper, and I just softened them. I haven't fried them. Some of them started to fry and I thought, off you come. And then I'm just going to stick that on there. And I have my steak. I did do a bit to well done, then I tried it and I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a go at doing that, medium. And I liked it both ways, but my favourite was definitely medium. So I literally did it on the Opti grill and I put it on the steak mode and I was having absolutely a whale of a time. I genuinely love it. Right, that is me steak sandwich. We'll call it a sandwich. I've got homemade chips. Look how golden they are. With these, I just peeled them, chopped them into chips, let them soak, and fried them in batches. Just stick a bit on there, however many, because I love a homemade chip. That is massive, and I'm really proud of that. It gets even more exciting. Grilled tomatoes, or slide a few of them on. There's not enough room on my plate. Tomato barricade. Homemade potato salad. So in there, I've got baby potatoes, some onion chopped really fine. I'm going to throw that. Some dried chives, some salt and pepper, and a load of mayonnaise. And I was just trying it as I was going to see how it was going. And then last but by no means least, I've done homemade breaded garlic mushrooms. I am very proud of these. They are really nice. I have tried one and I've literally just made up some garlic and herb like into the flour, into the plain breadcrumbs, a bit of salt and pepper. I was going back and forth. Mum was on egg duty. Nightmare. And I just battered them up, bunged them in the oven, and I was well away. Like, look at that. Brilliant. So that is my absolutely brilliant dinner this evening. What is everybody else having? I can't believe I have made everything that is sat on that plate. I'm very proud of that. But that's my dinner. What is everybody else having?